it's Fraser Chesterman at Imprint, and I'm with Thomas Lehnen, who is head of
water-based inkjet business.
That's right. As he was just saying to me, at Siegwerk, everyone is head of something. So the water-based market and water-based ink specialist area, just tell us a bit about what that's different from the UV cured side. Tell me a bit about that, kind of explain the story there.
I think the UV inkjet business is just more major, so we have a lot of integrations, a lot of companies outside. The technology is, it's not completely well developed yet. I mean, there are still some things you need to do, but the majority of the market is more or less settled.
Yeah.
For water-based inkjet, that's just different. I mean, everybody is still struggling in terms of drying, wetting, ink film fastness, open time, recirculation, yes or not. So I think the development in the market is just different. So I guess we are at water-based inkjet where we have been with UV inkjet maybe 10 years ago.
Tell us the Siegwerk story if people don't know about you as a manufacturer.
That's easy. I mean, Siegwerk is a quite old company, something around 190 years, so family-owned company.
That's quite old, Thomas.
That's quite old. So the majority of the products we sell are designed for flexo or rotograver. And the inkjet journey that started maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So for UV inkjet, we acquired the Aqua business for packaging. That's how we became a big player in UV inkjet. In water-based, that's a bit different. So all the development was organic, so we really developed from scratch. We tried to develop everything ourselves. And in water-based, we have started activities maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So water-based is still not that big as
Yeah,
UV
but
is.
it's interesting, isn't it, water-based, because it offers opportunity, particularly the label market or the packaging market, because of the fact that it could be used maybe in foodstuffs or less difficult areas for application. Is that right?
I mean, we see UV and water-based not as competing technologies because there's a clear split in the market. UV is more for thick substrates, like for labels, where migration is not that difficult, where you can apply also a thicker ink layer, because UV normally is thicker than water-based. Water-based is more for thin and flexible substrates.
Sure.
Also for applications where product safety and regulations is more difficult. So more for food packaging, for paper-based packaging, for porous substrates. So it's not really a competing technology, it's just a different end market.
It kind of adds something to your offering, doesn't it, in terms of what you can show? Yeah, okay.
There are some applications where we clearly promote UV and some applications where we clearly promote water-based.
And I guess that's also customer-related, offering the customer different options.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Okay, for their applications. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. So Thomas, tell us a little bit more about the kind of innovation that's going on at Siegwerk in terms of development.
For water-based, what we are working on, what everybody is working on, I guess, nowadays is water-based inkjet for flexible packaging, so for food packaging, printing on PET, printing on OPP, PE, all these kind of substrates. So the mainstream packaging substrates you find in the supermarket, that's a bit the holy grail for inkjet. And you don't see so many installations yet in Europe, but I'm pretty sure that will change in the near future. And that's something we are working on quite heavily.
And then obviously we're doing the EcoPrint event in Geneva in the summer. And you've got quite a strong sustainability story, haven't you? So, as a business and also with your water-based offerings, tell us a bit about that. Explain your sustainability story.
That's a good point, because that's one of the benefits of water-based inkjet. We have a quite high content of bio-renewable raw materials. Also, water-based inkjet offers a lot of benefits in terms of sustainability.
Yep.
I mean, we don't have too much VOC emissions during printing, something you have if you use liquid toner or solvent-based inkjet. We print just 1.5 micrometer or 2 micrometer thick ink layers, so also the ink consumption is less. Then digital printing as such is just a more resource-efficient technology. You don't have print objects, like you don't need to engrave cylinders or develop flexo clichés. You don't need to print 1 kilometer PET just to set up your machine.
Yeah.
So it's really printing on demand. So that's what we call resource efficiency. That's quite sustainable.
Yeah. Much more circular economy thinking. It's also taking sustainability not just in terms of the chemicals, but actually in terms of the business thinking.
Exactly. So all different kind of aspects.
Yeah.
The raw materials are more sustainable, the business model is more sustainable. It also opens up new packaging designs. What we see, for example, is more paper pulp-based packaging. So like this egg carton kind of material. That's something you cannot print in flex or graver because it only solidifies after shaping. So if you want to decorate these kind of objects like food trays or paper cups, need to do direct-to-object printing, which is something you cannot do without inkjet or with digital printing.
Yep.
And that's where we see a really good fit between our offering and this whole circular economy approach.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for that.
You're welcome.
Very interesting.